It's a graphic for Fearless Drafting LPL Summer 2024. So it's a double round robin. All of them are best of three. So tonight's is 2 best of threes between IG, Ultra Prime, and then WBG and NIP. The top 2 groups in each group, like Group A, Group B, Group C, Group D, will advance into Group Alpha, like the winners bracket, and then the last 2 teams after double round robin will drop to the losers bracket. So you have good teams versus good teams and teams versus teams pretty much, which is Group Beta. The top 7 advance into elimination stage for playoffs. The teams placed 8th and 9th gets mixed up with Beta team, Beta group. Get mixed up with the losers group, while 3 of the last place teams in Group Beta get eliminated. So this is like eliminating teams really early on, so you would have like pretty decent games going forward. And then you would have the 2 middle tier teams like fighting for the last 3 spots in the playoffs, because playoffs is 10 spots. And you have 7 whoever places top 7 in Group Alpha will go into playoffs like locked in. I have no idea how they're gonna confirm who's in which spot, but we'll see. And then the 8th and 9th place team will be mixed up with the Group Beta leftover teams to fight for the last 3 spots in the playoffs. For people that are unfamiliar with Fearless Drafting is pretty much you're only allowed to pick 1 champion once in a best of 3 in this instance. They're not best of 5s, they're all best of... Oh, I guess single elimination is best of 5. Okay, for the first 2 stages, which is fixed group and then in-group, it's best of 3s. And then once it gets to the later stages, it gets to best of 5s. So it makes drafting really interesting, since you can only use a champion once. Let's go over the LPL roster changes, guys. Okay, Edward Gaming, solo kill, I believe. He was on the spring team for EDG. And it was really funny because he would either solo kill or get solo killed. Jie is still on the team. He's been mega marketing his TikTok, his Douyin. Crying is decent. I honestly think Crying is not bad depending on the meta. If you guys have seen Crying's gameplay, I think Crying is actually a decent control mage player. He's not as excellent, like, whoa, he's so insane, but he's like a pretty stable player. Leave is on EDG, everyone. Let's take a bet. Let's take a bet. Is Leave gonna leave the split halfway again? He's been kicked from 2 different rosters, 2 splits in a row now. First one was... Which team was Leave on again? I remember. Leave was on a really good team with, Mako. He was the one on EDG and then got replaced by Uzi. Yeah, he's back. Well, Leave got kicked from EDG after having the scandal of like going to prostitutes and like having burner accounts to flame Jie. Wait, isn't that like, super awkward then? Playing with your teammate that purposefully made burner accounts to flame Jie on social media and praise himself. Why does Jie want to play with him? What the fuck? Wink is pretty good. Wink is a very good Ashe and Blitzcrank player. I used to be a pretty big Wink hater back in 2023, but 2024, I've been impressed by Wink. I think Wink is a middle table support. He has some excellent like pocket picks. He's pretty good. Depends on his AD carry, I think. Depends on how good Leaf plays. FPX is a decent team. Caught everyone by surprise back in Split 1 in spring. Everyone was like shook because they beat... Who did they beat again? They beat like LNG. Did they beat WBG? They pretty much beat like nearly all the top teams. And JDG, now that I think about it. Dogdom and Life played pretty well as well. JDG, Flandre, Sheer, Kanavi, Yagal, Ruler missing. No roster changes. TT, Hoya, Beichuan, Yuuu, 1x, and Chocho Feather. Unless I'm remembering wrong, I think Chocho was on TT beforehand, so they didn't make any roster changes for TT. I just know Yuuu dyed his hair blue. It's like electric blue. Yuu's actually pretty good. Yuuu is like definitely the star player on TT and LPL. I don't think they made playoffs last split though. Second group, which is Group B, BLG, no roster changes. Bin Shun, Night Elk on Lumal. LGD, Birdle, I think was already on the team. Meteor, Haichao, Shaoye, Jinjiao, Kepler. I think these were unchanged. Shaoye is also a fucking Draven player. RNG has had some pretty big changes. ZDZ is top lane now. ZDZ used to play for WBG alongside Xiao Hao, but then I'm assuming he got like kicked for Breathe. I guess he got swapped for Breathe. Wei in the jungle, Tang Yuan in mid lane. I have no idea who XZZ is. Why didn't he just make his name Z? Huan Feng is back. For people who don't remember Huan Feng, he was the star AD carry player for Suning back in 2020. Played alongside Angel. Honestly, I kind of like the change. I do not like LWX on RNG. He looked like an NPC. Team WE, Wayward, Hung, Fofo, LP, Mark. New addition of Mark on WE. It is no longer... Who was the one that played Janna? Who was the GOAT that played Janna in WE? I really liked them. I1D? Where did I1D go? So Mark went from LNG to WE. Mark was an absolute fraud on LNG. I did not really like him on LNG. Talking about LNG, Zika Shadow, huge addition. Pride for Europe Shadow. He was the jungler for NIP back in 2023. He played like okay for the first few weeks and then he started falling off. I believe he's the sub for Weiwei. They're still starting Weiwei, but I guess for some instances they will use Shadow. And then Scout, Gala, Hung for the bottom side. Hopefully they make Worlds with this roster because Scout was such a monster back in 2023 World Qualifiers. Honestly, throughout the entire playoffs, LNG made it to finals with Scout just fisting everyone. So maybe Scout like locks the fuck in this time around. OMG has Cube, Xiaofang, Angel, Lingfeng I think is the temporary substitute that they had to get for Angel because he had some family issues and he had to travel back. Starry, so he was the AD carry sharing time with Abel, but for some reason Abel kept getting benched after like one game, so Starry just took over his entire job, yoink. And PP God, I thought Starry was pretty good though. He looked decent on Jin. And also Jin in 14.10 is really strong. So, dude, this is Prince's meta. You know how WE kept playing Jin prior? And they kept playing blind Jin? This is actually Prince's meta. Why did they kick Prince? They like full on fucking... That's actually Prince's meta, man. I don't know what he's up to. Apparently he's playing Korean solo queue. 2023 OMG was actually a banger. RA, Xiaoshu. I don't know who their substitute top laner is. Yuuu. Oh yeah, Xiaohao's on RA now. Previous WBG jungler and AL jungler. Lee Sin, one trick. Pretty decent, not too bad. Vikla has been on the team since the start of the year. He came over with Prince from NA. Not too impressive so far. He kind of seems like middle towards the bottom. Like he's like below average. He's like average a little bit below. Assume and Jue. Not really any changes other than Xiao Hao joining the jungle. Okay, so top esports. 369, Tian, Cream, Jackie Love, Mako, Xie. Xie joined the coaching staff. Wait, is he a sub or a coach? Is he a sub? I feel like he's a coach. They probably signed him more like a coach. Anyone's legend doesn't seem that bad. Ala, Croco, Shanks, Hope, Kale. With the addition of Ala, it's actually not too bad. I don't remember their previous top laner, but this definitely seems like an upgrade. Invictus Gaming, Wisecam, Zui An, GLFS. Can we just call him Gilfs? Can we unanimously agree that his name is just Gilfs? Tianjin, the Rengar one trick, Niani, An, and Vampire. Vampire was the support from EDG and he was like so. Moving on, NIP, Shanji for top lane, Aki, jungle rookie, Photic duo, no significant roster changes. I actually don't know if Zero was on the roster beforehand. I have no idea. Ultra Prime, Decade, Qingtian. Qingtian's the new starter for top lane. Used to be playing for top esports and then he got like subbed for ages. Hacker, Yue Kai Dogo, Xiao Yue Ji, and Nike T. How do you say this guy's name? Last roster, Breathe in top lane from RNG. Tarzan, no longer unemployed. Pog, I should ask him how he got employed because I'm unemployed. Fuck. Xiaohu, Light, Crisp, and Yodang as a sub. WBG had a pretty significant roster change. Breathe and Tarzan in the top side. I think pretty good. Tarzan and Breed both definite improvements from their previous two players, which was ZDZ and Xiao Hao, because they were very new. They were rookies pretty much. They only have a year of experience, while Breed and Tarzan probably have like 6 times the amount of experience, also international experience. But I don't know how Tarzan and Xiaohu will work together, because I think Tarzan, he has a lot of good early game tempo. It depends on if he can link up with Chris very well. All right, LPL starting soon.